Welcome back. Today's topic is how to raise up a girl child, which also covers Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. From generations, we continuously hear of a girl child abandonments, have also heard of many infants left on the roadsides, footpaths, in the public dustbins, drainages, etc., thinking that just because the infant is a girl and girl child shouldn't be brought up or provide education, and also people think it's waste spending a lot of money on girl child. Though the generations have crossed, still there are some visuals and incidents in the current generation where many families think that they are hapless just because they were blessed with a baby, and since then, no happiness in their lives. Many families restrict girls what to do and what not to do, from the selection of clothes to education and life partner that's being chosen, what to wear and what not to wear, what to study and what not to study, whether to continue or discontinue her education or work after marriage, and the list goes on. If we look at the restriction phase, believe me, where there is restriction, automatically fear develops without one's knowledge. And I'm gonna tell you all one example. A 10-year-old kid faces sexual harassment at her school, and as soon as she comes home, she makes herself to share with her parents, but the restrictions at her home stops her due to her fear. Days not, years pass on, and the poor girl comes across few more strangers in her life where she couldn't let it out or disclose to anyone just because of her fear and suffers inside. One day, during the night, she listens to her parents talk, pretending as if she is sleeping. Her parents talk about the child abuse incident which they read in the newspaper, and her father, in anger, says to her mom, "My child shouldn't suffer such things. And if such incidents happen, I stop education to my loving daughter and take care of my beloved child at home." This statement of her father strongly developed the fear in her in depth. This is something what we call a pure daughter and father relationship. Probably a 10-year-old kid might not have understood or couldn't understand the intention of her father's talk and his love and affection on her. And she never ever let her sufferings to anyone till she completed her schooling, and ultimately she became a victim and suffered in silence in her entire school age. And if we look into the other side, being a girl, I shouldn't comment on negative side of a woman, but still I can't put myself down, bringing up my voice, cause I see many women these days who just misuses or misleads their lives just because they were given full freedom without imposing any restrictions. It's again an individual responsibility how one should live in. Rather than taking it a task, it became a big challenge nowadays for every parent. How should one raise a child, especially the girl child, and worried whether to leave granny stocks and orthodox policies or to imbibe the current Indo-Western culture. Being a mom of 4-year-old kid and being a woman brought up from a simple traditional background and also growing up with this modern culture, adapting with the sophisticated world, I say one need to ensure that we spend some of our time in spite of our busy schedule. We should sit, learn and play with our children, either boy or girl. And here now we entirely disconnect from the topic of girl child. So let's come back. So let's spread the knowledge of saving the girl child, how a female child is born, as we all know the basic science. Let's do our best to encourage and motivate people to save girl child being born and how to raise up, knowing the facts and explaining little ones what is good touch, what is bad touch, how to lead the life, how important to be educated, how important to maintain hygiene, how important to live healthy, either during their academics, during their workplaces, or be it at home or outside, and post marital consequences, etc. Think if not we, who will do? And if not now, when? So, keeping aside all the past generation talks, one need to think that it is we who should bring awareness that girl child is a blessing and favor to one's life. Without a girl, there will be no tomorrow. Let's bring the awareness of social unfairness and sick practices of female feticide and encouraging gender equality and stopping gender discrimination. Let we see the glory in upliftment and bringing up girl child, giving them firm roots and strong wings to fly. If there is no female child, there is no mother and there is no human. So let's save girl child. Thank you all.